Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 71 of Direwolf20's server play series. I want to get working on that build I started on yesterday, but Pahimar is hanging out on the server, as well as Mead and Tog. Got those guys on TeamSpeak as well. What's going on, guys?
Hey, hey.
Hey,
And it's snowing outside, because we've installed the Christmas Craft add-on. It's a pretty cool mod that adds a whole bunch of Christmassy type effects. So those of you who celebrate Christmas that watch my videos, you might get a kick out of this. Ta-da! So I think Pahimar has been busy decorating the shared resources room and kind of the village out here, checking it all out.
Oh yeah, he's got the lights hooked up.
Oh, cool.
That's very cool.
You need to use you have to set it up so that red means on and green means off. It's very festive out here. Pahimar did a pretty nice job setting this whole thing up.
Yes, he did.
We certainly have a lot of stuff in this tower. So it looks like it adds like the Christmas lights. It adds some stockings. It makes it snow everywhere. It turns a lot of the water into ice. You guys know what else it adds? I haven't checked out Christmas Craft all that much yet. You could probably just look through any.
Yeah, I have no idea. It makes the chests look different. This chest card is all messed up.
No, that's I think that's a gift cart.
Oh, okay.
That's a Railcraft gift cart. Railcraft added their own little thing to it as well. Yep,
Yeah.
gift cart is emerald with some wood planks and some gunpowder. That doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't.
yeah, I can guess what's inside that.
Little Wile E. Coyote action going on there.
Here we go, Christmas stockings. ID 2204. So that'll give us an idea of what's going on. Oh, it's snowing. Oh, I'm even hearing
And
like a
there's
little
jingle bells.
Yeah, a little bell sound going in the background. I should turn up my music. Not sure if that's music or sound.
It's sound. I have music off.
That's pretty cool.
That is.
I like it. So I was looking for, alright, we've got decorative stars, we've got fruitcake, that's cool. And ornaments, neat, Christmas gift. Oh, there's lots of stuff you can put in here. You've got wreaths and Christmas tree stands.
Spices. Oh, and a music disc.
Oh, really? Nice. Spot loader, what's that? I'm guessing that's from chunk loaders.
I assume it just loads like a one chunk area.
Maybe. Requires a lot of ender pearls. I guess that's a new item.
Yeah, it requires a regular chunk loader, chicken chunk loader, and 8 ender pearls to get 10. So,
Cool. And Thunderdark just told me I should check out the MFFS multi-tool because he added a, looks like it's going to be a little help system that you can access. Looks pretty cool. Right now it just has changelog, but I'm sure there'll be how to use things in there too. Looks really neat. I want to check out this Christmas card. I don't know how to use it though. Yeah. Alright, hitting it with a sword doesn't work.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
A little bit of render error going on there. I got all kinds of stuff.
Where's that?
It was like right behind you. It was like you were holding it or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah?
But it was signs. I mean, it looked like almost an entire building interior or something. I don't know.
You can tell Pahimar is in a festive mood, because all he's been tweeting about is Christmas songs in the last week or so. If you follow Pahimar on Twitter, it's all Christmas songs. What the heck is this? Igneous extruder. Okie dokie. Why do we have this connected up to a piping system? Oh, for the water, I guess?
I normally just put a aqueous accumulator thingy, whatever, underneath it and a couple of water blocks.
Yeah, that seems to work pretty well.
But I guess since we had all those water tanks, they probably just hooked it up to the water system in the workshop.
This is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of like this Christmas craft mod. Oh look, there's presents under the tree.
Yeah, I'll be right back after I update my config so I can
See this?
come check out the village.
Can you open the presents?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Maybe on the 25th.
Maybe. Are there still things going through my room? Oh, right, because I just ran my quarry right before I came down here. Cool. I heard machines running, and I forgot I started my quarry like 2 minutes ago. This is actually working out pretty well. Nice. I need more overclockers. So guys, this episode, aside from checking out all these cool Christmassy type things, I want to check out working on the MFFS house and home that I was planning on back over in my quarry area. So let's see. I'll just head to New Digger. And I forgot that I linked this to the spawn in New Digger, so I have to remember where my house is. I think it's off in this direction. And I want to get working on what I think is going to be a pretty cool build. I want to have a nuclear reactor here. Direwolf, says Bahimar. I'll be back. So I finished up like the little house that I'm going to live in. Well, it's not really going to be the live-in house. This is going to be where people enter the area. And inside this house, I want to have like a chest where people can, you know, drop their ID cards. And once they place them in there, I'll be able to give them access to the area. And what I'm going to have is this like big, huge area here with like a nuclear reactor powering all kinds of force field type stuff. I want to have a whole security system set up so that if anybody gets nearby that shouldn't be, you know, they'll get a little bit of a warning. And then if they continue to proceed, they might lose their items or possibly die. We'll have to see what we want to do. But yeah, there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff that, you know, I want to be like this big, huge, secure area so that nobody can get near it or actually interfere with anything I'm doing, you know, unless I want them to. People like, you know, Soren and Mead and Tog will be allowed, but Richard G, maybe not. I don't want him trolling my house. And then maybe we'll have to get him back a little bit for, you know, he's putting trees outside my house. He tried to kill me inside my own home. The man tried to kill me. Whew, man, he's asking for it. All right, guys, we'll be back in a few. And guys, we're back. Richard G wanted to make sure that this program was running when my, what was it called? It was like Reactor or something. Reactor control, was that it? Oh yeah, look at that. So my reactor's about to run out of juice, so I wanted to see what it looked like. We put some lights on the tree. That looked pretty neat. And we're going to go ahead and just charge up our boots and stuff here. And that should allow the reactor to start running again. And then, ta-da, we're going to run out of reactor power pretty soon. So let's see what this thing does. So the computer module, again, is talking to the nuclear reactor to determine how much heat is in there, how much running time it has left, you know, which reactor it's talking to. We could give it a name. It looks pretty neat. Basically, all the stuff that you can check with this guy was able to be checked with this thing and just read off.
Yeah, I was going to do like a whole big red power microblock tree, but it doesn't look like I have to do that now.
You still can. I don't think anybody will object.
Could.
Yeah, I think you could.
Yeah, I still might. But that looks pretty cool. Yep.
All right. A little bit more time. I'll come back when this is almost done. And guys, we're back. Looks like this thing's about ready to kick over. So Richard G wanted me to make sure that this was
he's
on
still
here.
working on there, so.
I'm recording again, by the way. Almost
Yeah, I
done.
knew that. I can tell.
Oh, cool. Detects that there's no fuel and gives me a big old warning. Oh, nice. And we got some near depleted uranium cells. I like that. Definitely take those. So I do need to get my nuclear reactor up and running again, which I'll go craft some uranium cells now, and then we'll come back in just a few minutes. And we're back, ready to build ourselves some more uranium cells for the shared nuclear reactor. Now, of course, I'm going to be putting this stuff all together for like the shared reactor area, right? But I'm going to be doing something pretty similar to this pretty soon. So let's put this stuff in here and one of these here. And I should be able to get a bunch of this stuff. Come on now. And then I just need a few more dense copper ores here, and I'll be able to get this stuff going again. Then I'm going to have to work on a nuclear reactor for my new base. Dun dun dun. Alright, that's most of them, and there we go. Cool. Perfect amount. Closing up my portals, and heading back to put nuke power back in. Now, what I want to do is build a nuclear reactor, probably the same design, we'll have to see, in the new area. But since you guys have seen me make a nuclear reactor, and it's a long and painful process, I'll probably do that off camera now, and, you know, come back in a little bit to get her going again. So what I'm going to do is just start working on the components for a nuclear reactor, and I'll quickly be back and forth to show you guys the progress, and then I should be able to build a nuclear reactor out there. Now, before I build a nuke, though, I should probably decide where I want to place everything and what I want to do. So let's get over to my new house. I made it Dyer's Base, the new book and everything. And heading over there, this is where you're going to land. Now, I'm going to have like a signs or something in here to describe what this area is about and give warnings to people who shouldn't be in the area. And heading out here, they'll probably need to set up like some kind of system. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how big I want it to be. I want like a nice big open area, probably where I store like, you know, a lot of my valuables and some other things. You know, we'll figure it out. So I'm thinking like maybe like from here, straight off in this direction to here. Why
Yeah,
not?
I finished recording just in time. Morons across the street are getting their party on.
I'm recording too, by the way.
Oh, good. Just so all your viewers know, I live next to morons.
There you go. From Mead himself. Probably to like here-ish. You know, this is just a rough layout of the area I want to claim as my own. Let's just clear this out. That looks good. Nice big open area. That's going to be my, you know, domain, if you will. That looks good. Cows won't be allowed. Well, maybe they will be. Maybe I'll allow cows. We'll see. So let's see. Where am I going to want to build what? I'm thinking... Let me come up with a nice plan for this big open area. Oh, there's also like a nifty thing. Have you guys seen this like type of thing before? It looks like this crazy aura node here, but it's a little different looking than your normal one. It has like a, almost like the portal effect from Thaumcraft 2 going on, like that swirling vortex type look, but it's on an aura node. I'm wondering if that's like, there's different types of nodes, I know that, like the normal ones that just generate aura and stuff, that's, you know, normal, but there's like chaos nodes and evil nodes and all this other stuff. I think there's 4 total types. So like that's a normal one right there. Just doing its normal thing. So, kind of cool. I think I saw a couple wisps fly out of that thing earlier. Alright, I will be back once I've decided exactly how I want this thing to work. So guys, here's the basic layout of my area. I'm not going to use like actual blocks, but I laid it all out so that I could see exactly how I want things built. Decided to go with 4 areas, and as you can see, they're large enough to contain 4 9x9s within each. So like, this is a 9x9, this is a 9x9, this is a 9x9, and this is a 9x9. Just because, you know, that's my thing, right? That's the plan. I think that's how I want it to work out. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. And then I should be able to have, like, a security station in the center of each area, and then that'll determine who's allowed in each one. So I'll wind up with 4 security stations with different sets of permissions. So I can say, like, you know, certain people can access certain areas and other people can't. Kind of neat, right? That's kind of how I'm thinking I want to do it. Now, with regards to the reactor power, probably going to want to have that be in one of the more higher secured areas, because we don't want, you know, anybody deciding they want access to the higher secured areas and they're just going to kill the nuke or something and then the power drains, right? So let me decide. I guess I should like mark these areas. Like this should be 1, this should be 2, 3, and 4, and that would be cool. Hey, there's a wisp back there. Should kill him. Wisps are bad. They look really cool when they die, by the way. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Come on here now. Die, wisp. Alright, time to fly. Got him. Nice. Have you guys actually seen wisps die? They're so cool looking. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. And, you know, I'll put up like some signs or something so that people know what the security zones are. Might even do some stuff with computer craft with this. I don't know how much computer craft can control force fields, but I'm sure I could do something to activate the force fields and such. Now, of course, wireless redstone is inherently insecure, so it would be silly of me to use wireless redstone to turn this stuff on and off, because people will be able to figure out what the, you know, the frequencies are. Unless I kept them secret, which I might. I don't know. We'll see. So I'll be back in a few when I'm ready to figure out how I want this all built. And guys, as you can see, I'm getting ready to make a ton of carbon plates and all the stuff I'm going to need to get my first nuclear reactor going out there. It's going to be a nuclear-controlled, nuclear-powered, I'm not sure what my control system will be yet, computer craft or something like that. Maybe just, you know, levers, I don't know, I'll figure it out. Something cool, I'm sure. And then, yeah, whole force field system ready to roll. So just compressing, lots of work to do to get this thing built. So what I'm going to do then is come back when I'm ready to show it, you know, at least put together the nuke and maybe some other things. We'll see. Back in a few. All right, guys, ready to make my last reactor piece. Let's go place it around in our new area. So if I'm going to have the back right area be the most secure room here, I kind of want to make sure that there's a few things in here. Like here's a 9x9 where I could have my reactor, right? That's what I'm thinking at least. And if that were the case, then I'll probably want to place down just the borders here of this 9x9. Just so I know where I can work within. This will be my reactor room, right? So I'll just place down a block right in the center. 3 by 3. Beautiful. And that's where my nuclear reactor is going to go. And that's what's going to charge and power all the cool stuff around here. See what I mean? And from here, we'll have, you know, this room over here could be my room for the MFFS control stuff. So in here is where I'm going to have, like, you know, my extractor, my, whatchamacallit, the energy control thing that gives out the energy. I'll have the, you know, defense stations maybe in this room. Like, I'm going to have 4 defense stations, 1 for each area, right? So I could just have, like, you know, a couple defense stations wherever. Might be pretty cool. Like I could just have the defense stations maybe along here. 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. We'll figure it out. I don't know. But that's the gist, right? And then the power will come from the nuclear reactor right over to the extractor here, which will be extracting forcillium and creating force energy and depositing it in the machine that, you know, broadcasts it, the capacitor. That's what it's called. And then, you know, we'll figure out what we want to have in these rooms here. And I've got, trust me, some really cool ideas on how to make this look really, really neat. I'm kind of excited about this build right now. It's going to be pretty awesome. What am I doing wrong here? Probably this. Yeah. Cool. So this will be my first layout of my area. And then the security station that controls this area can go right here in between all of them. And basically the way that's going to work is it'll control the security. It'll be a security station for this whole area. All right. So next up, we got to start generating some power. We're also probably going to want our MFSU in here. So I'll probably have 2 of them in this room. So this can be my energy production and storage room. Okay, so MFSUs, I don't know where I want them to be. Probably like here and here. I'm going to want 2, and you'll see why in a bit. And guys, before I start working on making all the nuclear reactor components, because remember, they're kind of a nuisance with how expensive they are and, you know, how many items they have to use, I'm going to go ahead and make one of those Red Power 2 canvas bags. Remember, we're going to need 8 pieces of canvas to get ourselves a canvas bag. There we go. Awesome. You can see that you can also use your canvas for a couple other things like the bags. You can dye them if you want, just so they have colors. Pretty awesome. But that canvas bag is where I'm going to try to store a majority of my nuclear reactor components. Like, you know, a majority, right? Not exactly, you know what, if I make 2 bags, that might be able to store everything I need. Ooh. I need more string, though. Maybe if I make myself a wool card. What's the recipe for that thing? That is some fine iron wire. Okay, I can do that. Just a piece of iron real quick. I think I've got one of those diamond thingies in here somewhere. There we go. Cool. And then wood and a stick, right? Now I'm going to need a bunch of wool. I should have a bunch of that stuff. Let's just like grab that much and see how much it gives me. Well, I don't know. What can I use the wool card for? I can use it. Gives me 4 string. Alright, so if I get 16 string, or 16 wool, I should get what I need. Cool. Wool card, here I come. Ta-da! Awesome. Wool card doesn't last too long, but it's somewhat cheap to make. Not too bad. Now I should have 2 bags here. So cool. Now I can store all my reactor components in the bags and not have to worry too much about, you know, doing stuff with them. So we're in good shape. I've got a few more things to compress here. How's my compressor doing? Not bad. Alright. Start compressing me more mixed metal ingots, and I'll be back when I'm ready to show you guys my crafting progress. So there you go, guys. Canvas bags definitely help when making nuclear reactors. I'm able to make all the stuff I need and just store it. Awesome. Alright, back in a few. And that's all the heat vents I need. Ha! Almost a bag full. Now onto the other items. And there's all my component heat exchangers. Ta-da! And finally, I need a handful of these guys. And with that, guys, we have 2 bags full of all the components we're going to need for our nuclear reactor. Now I'm just compressing up the uranium, and we'll go put it in. I'm just turning some UU matter into some diamonds, because I'm going to need a good amount of these to get my MFSUs that I want. I said I wanted 2 of them, and those are always expensive to make and a lot of steps. So I'll probably do those off camera as well, so I can go and all at once do everything I need for my whole nuclear reactor design and build, because I want to try and wrap up the whole reactor build before this episode. If I don't, though, it'll definitely be very early in the next one. That should be enough of that, and then we can do... Sure, why not? And I'll be back in a few. Alright guys, we are back. Grum's here to hang out and check out what I'm building. First off, making the MFE. I already have 1 MFSU, and I'm making the second one right now. I'm going to need probably a little bit more lapis, but I think I've got everything else I need. Yeah, the project table, especially when you're using plans. Even without plans, it's useful, but with plans, it's like awesome.
Yeah, but even just all simple ones. So making the battery, making the wire, making... Ah, it saves so much time.
Yeah, anything you're going to do a lot of, especially like that stuff, totally. And that is 2 MFSUs. Nice. I've got some canvas bags here that have all my reactor components in them, and we're going to go place it down. Let me just make sure I have some fiber cabling. I should have some of that. I don't have any of that. Am I out of fiber cable? Fail.
Make it with silver. You get more.
Yep. Oh, yes. And then 3 diamonds and a little bit of glass. Alright, I'm good.
Yeah, 6 per. I have to say, the components for the modular force field stuff are actually more expensive.
It can be, yeah. But that stuff's really powerful, too. Alright, you ready?
I'm wondering where
back to
my
my house.
portal went.
How'd my react? Okay. Going to Dyer's base.
Oh, this is out in the middle of nowhere. Is this new
Wait.
digger?
Yep, new digger.
Oh, so this one is not gonna get wiped?
What's that?
Well, I thought the digger worlds were worlds that would eventually get wiped, or...
Nah,
Nah,
no.
we're not gonna wipe it. It's
I
just
might
for
actually move
building.
here as well.
What's that?
Well, I might actually move to new digger as well then. The tick rate
Yeah.
is so much better.
Oh, it is. Definitely a better tick rate. So I'm gonna have... Do I want this guy here? I'm thinking... Yeah, that should work.
User joined your channel.
But here's what I'm going to set up. This will run some output power off in that direction. My reactor, I'm going to run the power under the ground here a little bit, just so the wires are hidden. I like hidden wires. Why you no connect? I think that might be that visual bug.
Oh, it doesn't connect, it's fine.
It's a visual bug, right?
Yeah. I had the same thing. Why doesn't it connect? And I actually went to your reactor to check if it was working or not connecting, and it is obviously connected under the water, so I had some fun there.
Nice.
But it was after my boot broke, so I could actually die. Hello!
Hey, Slowpoke, what's up? I'm recording, buddy.
Oh man, I was thinking of actually cleaning out the whole area around my base, but I should just do it here.
Yeah. Alright, I'll be back in a minute, YouTube, once I have all the reactor components placed in. And we're back, guys. Reactor's ready. I'm going to turn it on with just a lever for now. And we should start seeing some power build up. Nice. And it's all going into this guy. Perfect. That's what I wanted to see. Cool. So, this is going to be the one that powers everything, and this is going to be my buffer one. So next up, let's get an item or two here that we're going to use for making this an actual buffer system. I will be back in a moment. Alright, there we go. So from here, what am I going to do? Good question. I want to use gates. Oh, I should have brought some Buildcraft pipes with me. Hang on, let me go get some of them. I need to get some Buildcraft structure things real quick. I got some cobblestone pipes. Great. Awesome.
Meanwhile,
I
I'm
need a
cleaning
little
up
bit
your
of gravel.
base.
Oh, thank you. So, what I'm going to do is use Buildcraft gates to determine when this thing is full. And when it's full, it'll emit a redstone signal from one side, and when it's empty, it'll emit the redstone signal from the other side. So like here and here, right? I haven't decided if that's the size I want to go with. I might need to tweak it a little bit in terms of just making it look pretty. Let's see. Yeah, I think it should really be like opposite sides. I could use covers or something to hide this, right? So we'll put one here and one here. Now, all the energy from this one is going to immediately dump out to this one, right? So if I run some wiring like that, okay, I'll have to tidy this up a little bit. I might even move the MFSUs a little bit inward so this whole thing can be inside the house. I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to set this guy to capacitor empty, which is true right now. And I'm going to set this guy to capacitor full. Cool. And then I'll have a RS latch here. And where's my screwdriver? Back in my main house. So you see what I'm setting up here, Grum?
Yeah, I've played a tiny little bit with it, but... Oh, you're just using structure pipes? Yeah, of course.
Yep. I have 2 sonic screwdrivers. Awesome.
When you get a sec bot with TeamSpeak, that's really impressive.
Cool. So yeah, what I'm going to do is use the pipes and then an RS NOR latch, basically. So that when... Oh wait, I need to set this guy to redstone signal it. Boom. And this guy, redstone signal it. So if this is set up right, now, let's see, I want to break this for a second just to test. Basically what will happen is we'll have our redstone signal that controls the reactor come out here. And then, let me get a couple levers or buttons or something. So like, imagine this is the gates emitting it. So when it's empty, there, and when it's full, there. Okay, so I want the opposite of that to happen. So let's rotate this guy, 1, 2. And now, when it's empty and full. Why are you doing that? Let's do this. There we go. That's what I want to do. So, empty turns it on. Full turns it off. So this guy will act as a buffer. All its energy goes straight into here first, and this will power my whole system. And then when this thing fills up, it'll turn off the reactor, and it'll use its entire capacitor. And then as soon as it's completely empty, it'll trigger this redstone lever-like type thing. Boom. And it turns on the reactor, and it won't turn off the reactor until this MFSU fills up completely. Like that. Pretty cool?
Will it not, so when you empty this one, will it not move the energy over?
Yep, it will. So, like, this one here is the one that'll actually power everything. And this one here is what's getting powered from the reactor, and it's instantly dumping everything into that one. Right?
Yeah, so when this one is full, both systems are full.
Right, so when both are full, it turns off the reactor. And it waits until this MFSU is completely empty before turning it back on again.
That's pretty nice, actually.
Not bad, right? And that's an RS latch. And I think we're definitely at the wrapping up point for this episode. I'm sure it's actually gone very long. So, Direwolf20 signing off on episode 71. Hope you guys enjoyed checking it out. Next episode, I'll put this whole thing into practice. I'll probably have to rearrange a few things between now and then. But then we'll start working on the MFFS stuff. Alright guys, take it easy.